The NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Ready. Yellow lady. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready. Come on.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Easy, opposite.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Brees. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 69 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Now Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. On first down, it's Watson. Setting up the screen for Miller. And some room to run now. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 28 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The run on first down gets him a couple up to the 27. Jonathan Joseph there for the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football.
Brings up third and inches.
Ready? Yellow lady, yellow lady.
You think you gonna get that?
Over.
You think you gonna get that?
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Run quick. Run quick.
Bree's going to try and throw on third down. And he finds Cook. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 37.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Ready? Yellow lady.
I'm coming.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down.
Second and 5 at the 7-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Let's get in there. 36. Hey, Charlie.
Shit, 33.
Here we go.
Check my 33. Check my.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away, and the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10.
He's crashing.
They'll start out on the ground as Lamar Miller. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
That's right.
A gain of 9 brings up third and 1.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his third and 1. Here's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Rolling to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Alex Anzalone in to drop him behind the line for a loss of a yard.
Second and 11 at the 47-yard line.
To try again after the sack. Watson, he's going to run. This is caught inside the 15. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. And even 40 yards. Out of the gun, Watson. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. From 8 yards out, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now a play fake. Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it a second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Ready. 95-56.
A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. To throw again on second down. Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Shotgun now for Breeze. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep for the Texans, Will Fuller. And taken right on the 30. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, here's Watson. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They are going for it. Here's Watson. He gets it to Thomas. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Watson escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again is Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Let's go one more.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Let's go. 31. Let's go. 56 to Mike. 56.
Again, it's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Watson now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10.
Mike 56.
To the air yet again, Watson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
56, Mike, 56. 56. I'm coming after you. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Ready? 56 to Mike.
The final shot before the break. Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the 2nd half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan showing you.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
They'll run it again with Miller. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. And finally marked down at the 23. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 23-yard line. Well, this game's ripe for the taking, and that run, I think it means he wants to take it.
Not only does he want to take it, he doesn't care what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball. You can be prepared for him. He's coming at you anyway.
On 1st down, Johnson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They'll try the air now with Watson. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Watson, that is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to regain the lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
At the 26-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. And this is Cook with the ground. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's.
That's caught inside the 20. That one goes for 30 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Check three. We're good. That's 4, ready. Hey, kill. Ready, catch.
Again, it's Breeze. And it'll be intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's Watson dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Davenport, the 1st rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reversed red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 3rd and long. It's Watson. It's complete to Fuller. Will Fuller. Nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans push further out in front.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Here's Breeze to throw. This is complete to Michael Thomas. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He got 29 yards that time. Breeze now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
You kill. Hey, box truck. 55.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. It's brought in by Harris. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go again. Jim. 50 wants the mic. 50 wants the mic. 5. Go, Mike 51, Mike.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again. 1st and goal.
Hey, orbit. Any day. 51, Mike.
Breeze to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a big